Yo, what's good? It's Scano. So Thugg are out here taking the hills, man. So now they released some, audio of him salting down Kendrick. And apparently because Kendrick didn't want to do a feature with him. And he's saying, he tried to pay him off. In other words, not go through the label. Or maybe, incentivize him. In other words, give him a fee on top of whatever the label would charge. But Kendrick wasn't going. So damn, I ain't no Thug. You was a. So not only is this nigga a chatty patty, he a hater too. So he talking about why wouldn't Kendrick want to do a verse with do a feature for him? He a superstar. It ain't like he just some bum street nigga, regular ass. He Thug, and saying that's why Buddy ain't never gonna be big as Drake. You know what I'm saying? Because he don't want to do features. He pick and choose who he do features with, like he better than people. And I don't know, man. You sounding like a hater now. You are. So first of all, I could have swore Thug was, in alignment with Drake. So he already knew. So now you playing both sides of the track because you know what was going on between Drake and Kendrick. You claim. So he also brought up, the fact he didn't like that. Now he trying to make this shit personal now, and like I said, he's just hating, talking about Kendrick, in a Not Like Us song where he spoke about, Drake running back to Atlanta every time he need a stimulus. You know what I'm saying? Riding at the Atlanta wave to get a boost or whatnot. And so Thug brought that up, saying, I don't even know why Buddy brought my name up, woo woo, talking about, because he already know I rock with Drake. And okay, but you turn around and ask Kendrick for a feature. These niggas be corny, man. So this nigga, man, this go beyond pillow talking. You know what I'm saying? You dry snitching, you full snitching, you hating. You know what I'm saying? Like, goddamn, I never saw the side of you, Thugger. What's the business, man? So I'm gonna tell you what's cracking though, because the way these audio leaks just systematically. Now, when this shit first, when he got, beat the case, I said Fani Willis is not letting this nigga off the hook like that. She gonna be on his neck from this day forward. At least that was my feeling because, I mean, if you know, Fani Willis had a relationship with Peanut, who was allegedly, knocked over by a YSL member. That's what the whole RICO was about, Woody being caught up in. Atlanta Street saying that Fani Willis and Peanut had a personal relationship, you could take that for what it is. It's starting to look like that's got some legitimacy to it, though. Putting that together with some other things, and the fact that I said this was personal for Fani Willis. This wasn't just about gang activity, just in it. She personally wanted to fry Thug, like I said, for the situation that jumped off with her alleged lover, Peanut. And so when he beat the case, I was like, this ain't it, man. Coincide this 15-year probation, you know what I'm saying? She gonna be on his neck. She's gonna be extra, like, you know what I'm saying? As far as surveillance, that's all the way around in his mix, waiting for him to slip up, misstep, so she can bring that hammer down on him. Because she is not going to just let this shit go. This was not just about, like I said, cops and robbers. This was very personal for Fani Willis. If I'm wrong, but from what I'm hearing from Atlanta streets, and just using common sense. If this was somebody you was intimately involved with, even if it wasn't intimate in that way, but they were close friends. They had some type of rapport, Fannie and Nut. And of course she would, you know what I'm saying, feel away. Of course she gonna want, you know what I'm saying? Thugg is in the crosshairs. But they blew that whole case. You know, they let Woody run circles around him, make him look like damn fools up there. And I know she feeling a way about this shit. This is who I believe is behind these leaks, man. You know, and this is how law enforcement will play. You know, this is what they do. They will work. They will have somebody on your case that you know, they try to get you to rat on. They'll go back to them and tell them that you ratting. Law enforcement, they grimy, man. So once the case is, once you out of, you know, you done served your purpose, they'll turn your ass loose to the streets. And what I mean, where they will release footage of you snitching, you know, phone calls. That's what's going on here. You know, this is strategically trying to end Thug. So we have no way of bouncing back musically, the streets, or otherwise. So if this nigga think that he beat that shit for real, he better not never go back to Atlanta, man. Especially on some, you know what I'm, on some other type shit, because she gonna be right there waiting. And like I said, this shit ain't over for her. I guarantee you, man. So you know, cuz really you need to, you know, just get put up, man. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be hard enough to serve out this probation period. 15 years, man, without getting in nothing. And here you go, you know, with the woo-woo. But, you know, it is what it is, man. A tiger don't change his stripes. But I am surprised, man, that, not surprised, you know, because I don't hold none of these, you know, individuals in no type of, you know, on no type of pedestal. But the ones that be talking the most shit about, you know, really being like that, you know, really standing on business, you know, y'all be the most fugazi niggas, man. Straight up chatty patty. You know, I wonder what his girl thinking. Like, God damn, this nigga talk. This nigga, you gossip more than my friends. You know, I know you get bored when you be locked up, but this go beyond pillow talking. Like I said, this ain't even post-orgasmic pillow talk. This just, you know. So, yeah, man, you looking bad out here. So, and the irony of this shit is, all you so-called niggas that's vouching for the streets, a lot of y'all lames, but that was riding with Thug saying that, you know, Gunna finished out here, woo-woo. It's ironic that Gunna is steady surging, and Thug, who was so-called, you know, the standard for Atlanta as far as the streets are concerned, as far as being real and being a solid, you know, street nigga. A whole chatty patty out here. And I hear you ain't stepped on nothing in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? But the cracks on the sidewalk, cuz. So, man, but I'm not surprised, like I said. But this ain't a good look, man. What you should make music. You know what I'm saying? Make the best music you ever made in your life. Drop that. And stay out the way, Cuddy, because all this other shit got you looking like a goofy. And it's destroying your brand. If your brand ain't already destroyed, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's neither here nor there to me, you know, but like I said, the irony that when this shit first broke out, you know, the whole internet was clowning Gunna, you know, all the jokes, all the rat jokes and all that at his expense. It's funny how the tables turn, though, ain't it? No ops left Skano. You already know.